Did I ever tell you the time that I was a bomb squadsman? I know, hard to believe. I thought that I, out of anyone, would have been somebody like that. And that was a good one, too. Until that fateful day, at least. When everything went wrong. And I quit. Do you want to hear that story? So, I'll take that as a no. Well, you know what? I'll tell you the story anyway. The story of how I lost my job. Sad, sad story. I was just cruising along like any other day, when all of a sudden, got a text. And it said, like OMG, there is a bomb threat and we need you to take care of it. And so I left. And so I drove as fast as I could to get to the bomb area. And when I got there, without even leaving my vehicle, I was all like, yo, what's the sitch? I got out, and then I got to the control panel, looked at my partner, and then he was all like, the only way to defuse these bombs, apparently, is to use this thing called the quadratic formula. Like any rational man, I began freaking out, because I remembered that time that I never listened to Mrs. Harris when she was teaching us about the quadratic formula, and so, like any normal man would do, I ran for it. That was apparently the wrong choice. And, because of my actions. My days became very lonely after that incident. Everybody shunned me. That kid who couldn't do math. And so, I decided maybe that was for the best if I just led a lonely life. So I took up bungee jumping. Not the greatest idea, I don't think. I just dislocated my leg. Yeah, not that good. But while I was sitting there, swaying, feeling my leg's pain, I saw something. It was a bomb, and a man, a very frightened man, next to it, screaming for help. So I untied myself. And I rushed off to defuse it. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know how to defuse it. So I got up and talked to the man. And then he was all like, you must use the quadratic formula. Then I was all like, but I don't know how to use the quadratic formula. And he responded quickly, saying, it goes a little like this. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I do not understand. Here, let me put it in song form. I saw a man on the street with a parabola in his hands. He said, sir, please help me. I do not understand, and I've been having trouble. This problem's all my fears. So I took out my notebook and I wipe away his tears with the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. The quadratic formula. And it's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, over 2a, over 2a. Courtesy of Mrs. Harris. Wait, did you say Harris? That's right. Well, oh, bomb, yeah, that's right. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I did it! I did it! Yeah! Woo! And so, with my newfound glory, I decided to go through more soul walks like I used to. But very suddenly, I got a text, and it said, "We need you, Shad. You're our only hope. Come back to the city, please." And so, I turned around, and I ran off into the sunset. I ran to a helicopter, and boy was I happy. I was off to the new lands, well, the old new lands, the city, which really wasn't old, nor was it new. So, yeah, off to the city, to save the land that I once destroyed. Down now, bow now, bow 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 now, bow now, bow bow bow, and I was home. Bow now, bow now, bow 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 now, bow. Everybody, I have an announcement to make. I can defuse this bomb. I have matured. God, you guys are quiet. Alright. Well, let me just show you what I learned while I was gone, alright? X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. What? Still beeping. Oh. It's one of those cut the red wire ones. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping for something like a grand finale or something. Oh well. The moral of the story is, stop talking in class. Pay attention to your freaking teacher. Sincerely, Terrorist Guy.
Computing areas, quadratic formula, graphing parabolas, I think they're all so cool. It's my sole commitment that I ace the regions. Sine, cosine, and tangent are my favorite tools. I divide, multiply, add, subtract, round off, and simplify. I divide, multiply, add, subtract, round off, and simplify. Is a whole, rational, vector, substitute, solve for x is a whole, rational, vector, hit the pie.